at Canadore College. And we are now we're ready for the semifinals. 4 teams won their quarterfinals yesterday to earn a spot today's game. And this first matchup should be a really good one between the St. Clair Saints and the Fanshawe Falcons.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. This is the only matchup where you saw St. Clair's the only team to beat Fanshawe all year. It went 3-0 in Fanshawe's gym in favor of Fanshawe, and then 3-1 in St. Clair's gym. So this is going to be one of the best matches you'll see all year for sure.
Definitely excited for this game. Both teams have a lot of depth, a lot of talent, and like you mentioned, both teams split the season series, a win apiece. So it's kind of hard to draw a line between these two teams. They're both so skilled. We got a preview on the screen of today's matchups. After this game, we'll have the Humber Hawks taking on the Durham Lords.
Durham really impressed me in that game against Niagara. Showed a lot of composure down the stretch. Stole that third set. Got out of the gym 3-0 for them. And that also is going to be a very entertaining volleyball game.
So a lot on the line today. The teams are fighting for a spot in that gold medal game, and we know that's every team's goal heading into this tournament is having that gold medal around their neck.
Yeah, so once you've won that quarterfinal, right, now you're guaranteed a medal match, but absolutely, you play this to win the gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's look at this matchup today. You're our volleyball expert, Charlie. What do these two teams need to do today to have success?
All right, so we're going to see on St. Clair's side of it, they're going to run a lot of stuff to the pins, a lot of right side balls, a lot of left side balls. The key for them is staying in system and passing really well. So as long as they can stay in system, they'll be okay. And you only hope to contain Janelle, right? Like, you know she's going to score. She's too good not to. She's not going to get shut down. But if you got to get 2 up on her as much as you can. Every time kind of thing. Just as many touches on that as you can. Make her work for every ball. St. Clair will be okay. And on the other side, Fanshawe, I really am looking forward to the matchup of their middles versus St. Clair's middles as a ball flies towards us. But at the same time, I'm really looking at Fanshawe's middles closing to the outside hitters. So if they can get 2 up on St. Clair's outsides almost every time, that's going to be a long day for both teams if they go back and forth like that.
Now, let's touch base a bit on yesterday's games, both teams with phenomenal performances. Fanshawe getting a bit of a run for their money from that 5th seed Mohawk. What did Fanshawe do to win that game?
So Janelle really established her dominance in the 3rd set. I don't know if it was so much of Fanshawe changed much. They just kept playing their brand of volleyball, which is very tiring for the other team. Lots of service pressure, lots of offense. And Mohawk, I think, just after 2 sets, we talked about it a little bit in the beginning. They just kind of ran out of steam after that big 2nd set comeback, and then Janelle just kind of took over from there.
So now we're going to talk about the 3 players on each team that we're going to have to look out for during this game. We're going to start with the St. Clair Saints, and we're going to start with Chantal Devlocht. She had a very good game, a lot of kills for her team. Used a couple times, I would say. Very strong outside hitter for St. Clair.
Yeah, so Chantal, their P1, their big left side. She's very good. She showed and she established her dominance early in that Algonquin Thunder game. St. Clair kind of blitzed Algonquin and never really let them get settled, and then just kept attacking their outsides. So yeah, she had herself a field day. Kimberly Quintana, she had a phenomenal game moving the ball. As the ball hits one of our camera guys. She did a phenomenal job setting. Oliverio, again, it's really consistent left side. It was really impressive to watch.
One interesting thing I have to mention about Quintanilla is you mentioned it over the season. She didn't have that many kills, but yesterday's game, she still ended with 2 kills. She used that dump a bit more.
Right, and it just makes that left side hole a little bit longer. right? They can't go triple anymore. If you know she's going to maybe dump, you got to keep your hands high. She can't really trap that much. So it was really smart of her to do that, yeah.
Now for the Fanshawe players to watch, we have to start with the Player of the Year, Janelle Albert.
Right.
We talk so much about her offense, rightfully so. 27 kills yesterday, had an insane game. But one thing we don't touch base enough with Janelle is how much of an all-round player she is, how good she is defensively as well.
Yeah, she's phenomenal defensively. I went back and I watched a lot of the game yesterday as well, and I didn't touch on it enough in game. She's kind of overwhelmed by how incredible she is offensively. She's never out of position on defense, so I never saw her go away from a right side or left side ball and the ball go the other way. She has phenomenal instincts to stay home and then read the hitter. So that's why she ended up with 10 digs. She makes it look easy in the backcourt. She really does.
Now, speaking of digs, she led the team yesterday in digs, the libero, Lauren Raycraft, and that's one name you mentioned a lot yesterday.
No, I just kept over and over again mentioning her name because in serve receive, it's kind of like watching Carey Price in the net. She's so calm. Everything below her shoulders is nice and easy. And then when she has to show her athleticism and dig the ball, she also has that ability. She read the ball really well yesterday. She had an incredible game. Yeah.
And last player is Ashley Rafferty. She was the reason for a lot of Fanshawe's point streaks thanks to her service pressure that she applied yesterday.
Yeah, so I mean, it was relentless. Anytime she got back to the service line, I don't remember a time where they didn't steal a point on defense. Her service pressure was really tough on Mohawk, especially when she's serving with Janelle in the front, and now you're getting out-of-system balls into your hands, and you get to run Janelle. That's tough. That's really, really tough.
So before the game, I had the opportunity to talk with the St. Clair coach, Jimmy Elturk, also the winner of Coach of the Year in the West Division. So we'll take a look at that.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm currently joined courtside here by the coach of the St. Clair Saints and also the winner of Coach of the Year in the West, Jimmy Elturk. Jimmy, thank you for joining us. Let's start with yesterday's game, a great performance against the Algonquin Thunder. What led to your team's success yesterday?
Yeah, I thought we served and passed really, really well. That's kind of where the match starts for us often, is at the service line, and it's a big key for us. And I thought we served the ball really effectively, both tough, but also to the right zones, and didn't allow their offense to really gain any rhythm and traction. And then, they forced them into high ball, and when we were in transition, I thought we attacked really well in transition.
You're going to have your hands full today with a very good Fanshawe team. You guys are also a very good team, only team to have beat the Falcons this season. So what's the mindset going into today's game?
Yeah, I just think same as yesterday. There's no pressure on us to perform at all. We're the underdogs, so we got to come out and let it rip and have some fun, and we got to apply some service pressure and try to get them out of system. We know that Janelle's going to get the ball and she's going to get a ton of swings and she's going to score, but if we can do a good job against everyone else, stop some of the middle offense, stop their opposite a little bit, then I think we'll be in the match at 20 all, and from there, we're going to have to stop Janelle and dig her a couple times in transition and see what happens.
You guys have a lot of really good depth, but which players would you say are some players that we're going to need to look out for today?
No, I think we're going to really have to rely on our libero, Julianne Milling, fifth-year captain. She's a big stabilizing force on reception. She's going to have to take a lot of court today, and she's going to have to strap in cross-court and dig some balls. And if she can dig some balls and keep us in system offensively, then I think we'll be in good shape. But we'll be expecting a good performance from her. And I think our setting duo of Kim Quintanilla and Riley Davis, if they're able to set the speed that we want, keep our middles engaged in transition, I think that's when our offense flows really well, especially when we play with the right speed. So I think if our setters and lips play well today, then we'll find ourselves in the match.
Thank you very much, Coach, and best of luck in today's matchup.
Yeah, thank you.
So one thing I must say that's worth mentioning about the St. Clair Saints, because that's something the Algonquin Thunder coach mentioned, is how tall this team is and how that causes a bit of an advantage for them. Would you say so?
Yeah, so they're, like we touched on it, they're very physical at the net, right? That height really breeds good blocking. And now you can't just have height and be good at blocking. They're very technically sound in that department as well. I think that's why, one of the main reasons why they were the only team to get to Fanshawe and beat Janelle and Fanshawe Falcons. You just got to try and contain her, and that's the way to do it, is just keep hands high as you can, because Janelle touches the top of the antenna, right? So if your hands are just that much higher, she doesn't have that ability every single time to really blast off high hands and go over top. So it just makes her work that much harder. This is going to be a heavy-hitting matchup here for sure.
Definitely a very exciting matchup. And now to focus more on this matchup, I'll throw it to you, Charlie, for your keys of the game.
All right. So we touched on it earlier. Service pressure, as well as you heard Coach touch on it, is really big for St. Clair, right? Keeping those middles out of system and not touching a lot of balls, that's going to be really key for their own middles to close to pins, right? It makes it that much easier. And like we touched on again, you can only hope to contain Janelle.
Yep.
Right? You just have to make her work as hard as possible for every ball. Moving on to Fanshawe, yeah, that's what I said. Closing to the pins. I'm really interested to see how well Kim Hardy does the tall middle. This St. Clair offense is very fast when they're in system. So she does close to the pins pretty well. But that's going to be the big thing for me to watch. Is these St. Clair outsides, to see if they get solo blocks like they did against Algonquin, or if Fanshawe can really get 2 up on them.
Well, we'll be right back with the pregame ceremonies. For now, we're going to take a short break.
All right.
Well, we're just about ready to get this matchup underway. Both teams shaking hands. It should be a very exciting one. The last year's defending champs, Fanshawe Falcons, taking on the St. Clair
Falcons, we're number 1, Vanessa Vargas. We're number 3, Kiana Lee. We're number 6, Tierra Heshka. We're number 9, Janelle Albert. We're number 10, Ashley Rafferty. We're in 12, Mateo Deliri. We're in 14, Lauren Waycraft.
A lot of pressure riding on this game. Both teams trying to earn a spot in that gold medal game. Whistle is blown, and we are ready to get the first semifinal underway.
I'm excited. How about you?
I'm very excited to see what's gonna come out of this game.
You had to top me by saying very excited.
Yes. I had to. I'm really excited to see who's gonna come out on top in this game. They're both very even teams, and they both have a shot at getting to that gold medal game.
Yeah. So all these 4 teams, I would say, in the OCAA, would, I would say, compete at the OUA level, like if they were part of the OUA system. Absolutely. So this is high quality volleyball, very skilled, big physical net presence on St. Clair's side.
So Bailey Mayu will start this game off,
And here
serving for the
we
Saints.
go.
And the semifinals are on their way. Good dig there by Raycroft. And Heshka hitting that one. Good defense by the Saints. Quintanilla is going to set up
first
Horst.
close to the pin.
Now they're going to set up a Lee. And a good play there by Mayu to get to that one. And a smart tip there by Horst. She gets it inbound.
That's a great start for St. Clair. I did like seeing Kim Hardy, though. He said I touched on it really early. She really closed well, got her hands high, got a touch on that right side ball, gave them a chance to recycle. St. Clair's defense doing a really good job right off the bat.
So here's the second serve by Mayu. It's received by Albert, and they're going to set up Janelle Albert. And good defense there by the Saints. Now a tip at the net by DeVluck. That should be a free ball. They're going to set up Albert again, and she paints the sideline with that one.
Right? So her first 2 swings, a little more off speed, a little more comfortable. Yesterday she came out really firing against Mohawk, finding her groove early. Good shot down the line.
Now here's Ashley Rafferty, a great game from behind the line yesterday. Let's see if she can keep it up. Serve is good. Mayu receives that one. Quintanilla is going to set up DeVluck.
Hardy a tiny bit late on that. Left side exploited that.
DeVluck just getting that through the blocks. We mentioned her before the game. She'll be a player to look out for if you're Fanshawe. She's got a lot of power.
That ball's out.
Well, served by Jellison, goes out of bounds. And now Janelle Albert is at the line to serve for Fanshawe.
No, I'm really interested to see. So, yeah, she's going to stand and float again. All the way through the season, she was ripping spin serves. That might just be saving legs because she knows. Oh, great dig. There's Janelle again.
Now Hardy's going to set up Kiana Lee. That hits off the blocks. Mayu gets to it. St. Clair set up now. Quintanilla sets up Horst, and she sends that straight down. So kind of what we expected to start off this first set. It's back and forth. And now Horst serving for the Saints. Albert gets to that one. Rafferty's going to set up Hardy, and it's out of bounds.
So 5-6 points in. That's the first middle set, middle run in system.
Horst
Just
serving.
a minor error. We know Hardy's efficient.
Yep.
It's a settling. There's Raycroft again with a perfect pass.
Rafferty's going to set up Kiana Lee. That hits off the block and lands on the Saints side for a point.
She's someone we didn't bring up in our pregame stuff. She had a phenomenal game against Mohawk. She was an outlet other than Janelle. She was swinging hard, swinging high, and really defending down the line really, really well.
I completely agree. Kiana Lee with a great outing yesterday, and Saints get another point there, just out of the reach of Janelle Albert. Now DeVlucht will head to the line to serve.
This is big-time volleyball to start for St. Clair. This is really impressive.
Here's a serve by DeVlucht. It's received by Albert. Now Rafferty's going to set up Kiana Lee with a backward set, and she paints the corner with that one.
So Bailey Mayu set a little inside too much. You really got to set up on the pin on Lee, or she's going to exploit you down the line.
So many options for this Fanshawe team when they don't have Janelle Albert, they have Kiana Lee. And Kiana Lee doing a really good job for them
good defense
right now. And some good defense there by Fanshawe. They tie it up, 5 apiece, and now Kiana Lee heading towards the line to serve. Serve is down the sideline. Awkward bounce off of Horst, and that's going to end up being a free ball for Fanshawe. Rafferty, she chooses to set up Heshka, and it hits off a block. Now Quintanilla with a dump, and great dig by Raycraft. And a smart tip there by Janelle Albert. We've talked about it yesterday. She has great IQ when it comes to this game. She notices the flaws in the defense, and she can exploit them.
Absolutely.
It's a serve by Kiana Lee, received by Mayu. Quintanilla with a dump again, but Albert read that one. Now a tip at the net, and the Saints set up their attack. Set up Mayu with that one. Raycroft there to get to it. And now backward set, and a good dig by the libero Milling. Kiana Lee gets to that one. Now Raycroft sends it on the side for Heshka.
High hands.
And that tips off Milling and goes out of bounds.
Heshka's going to be big today if she can score out of system, right? Now we got a 4-point run here for Fanshawe.
And Kiana Lee to serve again. It's received by the libero Milling. Quintanilla is going to set up DeVlucht, but she can't get it over the net. And I think one thing worth mentioning, I've been noticing that with Fanshawe yesterday, it seems like they get better as the set moves on.
Yeah, absolutely. They get settled in, and they really feed off their defense. So they're making it really tough on St. Clair right now.
Quintanilla is going to
bringing a lot of energy. There's Lee again. Oh, that just hit the roof.
Kiyomi Ellis putting a lot of power behind that one. Rookie of the year, that's worth mentioning. She's a rookie and performing at a high level right now. A really good player for the Saints. We're going to set up Heshka with that one. Horst there to get to it. Now Quintanilla.
There's the middle in system.
Sets up Jellison.
No, that was definitely.
And they're going to roll that out of bounds for a Fanshawe point.
I would say that the reffing yesterday was very good. And it has been all tournament consistent. I mean, I'm not going to agree with every single call, but I thought there was a touch on that, but we move on.
Yeah, trying a dump again. She's being really aggressive as of now. A good dig there by Millie, and then a block by Quintanilla. That's impressive.
Especially on Janelle.
Not often you see a setter block a star player like that. But Fanshawe, nonetheless, end up getting that point. A nice tip there at the net by Rafferty.
Fanshawe is starting to make it really tough, right? Whenever Janelle gets a hard swing like that and it gets dug, and you can't run anything out of it and you can't swing back, it's coming back at you even harder the next time.
It's a serve by Heshka, and it's out of bounds. Saints get the point on that one, and now their setter, Kimberly Quintanilla from Windsor, Ontario, is at the line to serve. Serve is received by Heshka. Now Rafferty backwards set for Deliri. And they get the point on that one.
Really good swing, high swing off high hands from Deliri there.
There's a serve by Matea Deliri. dig there by Milling. Quintanilla's going to set up Horst.
It's a good close.
Good block at the net there.
C-ball.
And Kiana Lee just painting the sideline with that cross-court shot.
So St. Clair might need to adjust. If Kiana Lee gets going a little bit from her C-balls, they might need to start adding a block there. It's interesting to stay down. As that missed serve from Deliri.
Yeah, Deliri hitting the net with that serve.
You're trusting your defense behind you when you're staying down like that, and I don't mind that at all. But you got a big block, right, at St. Clair. You're really physical at the net. Maybe close that one out.
Oh, served by Bailey Mayu.
There's one.
And they're going to set up Kiana Lee. Good dig there by Milling. Quintanilla's going to set up Devlucht.
Oh, my God.
She tips it, and Kiana Lee gets to that one. Now here's the Saints setting up their attack. Horst, Kiana Lee again with a nice dig, and then the tip by Albert. Saints set up again. Quintanilla's going to set up Devlucht this time, and it's just out of the reach of Raycroft.
So I got Devlucht at 3 points already. Right, that's in system. If that middle isn't in transition, isn't on time, then Kim doesn't have to hold on that middle, and she can just go out to the block. But she got her a solo block there.
There's Kiana Lee clipping the top of the net with that one. And it's going to be a free ball for Fanshawe. Lee to Rafferty. She's going to set up Janelle Albert.
Wow, got her.
And it's like the Saints saw that one coming. They had two bodies there to block that one. And it's Horst that ends up getting it.
Horst really did a great job pressing into the court. Janelle got caught. We didn't see that really at all yesterday, right? From Mohawk, a little smaller block. As that ball sails out, we didn't really see Janelle. That's an error, right? Right into the block. She only had 2 yesterday in total, and she missed the court. It was just over swings.
So now here's Ashley Rafferty. Serve is received by Mayu. Quintanilla is going to set up Horst. She tips it, and Hardy gets to that one. Now Milling's going to set up Horst.
Wow.
And she puts a lot of power behind that one. Rafferty couldn't handle it. And now the Saints are down by 2. With Jellison getting ready to serve.
This is going to be an all-out battle. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Saints starting to answer with a run of their own. They're going to set up Janelle Albert. She gets blocked by Ellis.
Nice
Albert again, and that's going to hit off the blocks. Horst gets to it. Now Quintanilla. She'll set up the Vlugt, and Raycroft gets to it. Now Horst.
Rare miss from Raycroft.
To Quintanilla. They're going to set up Horst again. That's blocked by Kiana Lee.
Oh my
Fanshawe
gosh,
scrambling a bit. They get it to go, though. Good defense. Now Quintanilla. She sends it towards the Vlugt this time.
Nothing.
And can't get it through the net. So good little rally there between these two teams.
There's a couple of balls there that definitely should have hit the floor, and Janelle got up. Maximum effort here from your star player.
There's a serve by Janelle Albert, received by the libero Milling. Now Quintanilla, she'll set up Ellis. She tips it at the net.
That's a lift.
And Fanshawe still scrambling to get this one over the net. That hits off a block. Quintanilla sets up Ellis. A big block, but what a dig by Milling. And Milling, I say, made that play happen. What a dig off of that block. And the Saints
What's the ref saying here?
Get the point.
Oh, I think everyone was letting them know that there was a lift. Yeah. Just settle down. Talking back. Same to me. But what an up from Milling.
And luckily for St. Clair, they still get that point regardless of what should have maybe been called a lift. And just a bit of confusion there. Mayu not reacting to it in time. It goes out of bounds, point for Fanshawe. And now Kim Hardy will serve. Oh, Quintanilla, she'll set up the Vlugt.
Oh, what a dig.
A great dig by Albert, and it's going to be a free ball for the Saints. Quintanilla, she goes for a dump, and Albert reads it.
High IQ on defense as well, right? Not just offense from Janelle.
Here the Saints setting up. The Vluck can't get it over the net.
That's
for Fanshawe.
So that's 2 in a row now on the Vluck, right? She's going a little too cross. She's trying to avoid the middle as my voice leaves me. There we go, much better. You got to swing high. You can't get sucked into trying to hit that shot to 4. As timeout from St. Clair. Yeah, you can't get sucked into just living with that shot to 4. You really got to swing high and deep, right into the corner.
So pretty quick pace to this first set. That's going to be the first timeout of the game called by St. Clair. They're down by 4. They're not out, however. They showed it. They can compete against this very strong Fanshawe team.
Yeah, Fanshaw's done a good job of keeping them out of system and in transition, making it really tough on them, right? They're swinging high and hard. They're making them dig the ball. They're making them set their own pins. So this is a lot of fun. Fanshaw's middles are closing well. That was one of my keys in the beginning. They're doing a really good job getting out to the outside, making it tough on De Vluck, right? Making it tough on Horst. So we'll see how St. Clair adjusts a little bit here.
So just recently subbed in for Fanshawe, it's Sophia Shakinski, and she'll serve for the Falcons.
Shakinski at the line.
Okay.
So here's the serve by Shakinski.
That's tough.
Libero Milling gets to it.
High ball to De Vluck.
Yeah, they're hitting
Oh,
De Vluck with that one. And perfectly paints that left corner. That's just perfect accuracy by De Vluck.
Right, and that's the swing that you want, right? That's the swing I was talking about. You really want high and deep into that corner, especially when it's just a high ball out of system. You gotta swing high. Don't try and hit that shot to 4 every time.
So after that point, De Vluck is now at the line to serve. Serve down the sideline, received by
How do you
Raycraft.
pass that outside your body like that?
That was just a very nice touch off that serve.
Janelle again.
And now Kiana Lee, she's having a game, and she keeps it going with that point.
Yep.
Another kill for her.
I have her for 3 points already. But Janelle's establishing her dominance in the back row. I mean, I only have Janelle at 2. I mean, I'm not paying really much attention to the points. But I'd say she has about 8 or 10 digs already in the set.
Definitely, we talked about that defense, how much of an all-round player she is, and she's definitely showcasing that defense in the first set. They're setting up Ellis now, and a nice tip by the rookie, getting that point. One interesting thing I'm noticing on this St. Clair Saints team, they have 2 rookies starting for them, and they're both performing like they've been in this league for a bit.
Absolutely. They decided to go with 17, Bailey Mayu.
A bit of a battle at the
As she
net.
gets out-jousted by the setter there. Both of them playing very well, though.
Now here's the 4-year veteran for the Falcons, Terea Heshka, most experienced player on the team. Serve is received by Oliviero.
Wow.
And then a
Janelle
nice
got her.
block at the net by Janelle Albert.
She did a really, really good job following that slide all the way out, keeping her hand in. Very impressed by the intangibles that Janelle's bringing tonight.
So served by Heshka, it's received by Milling. Now Quintanilla, she'll send that for Mayu, and good defense by Raycraft. Now Deliri's gonna set up Albert, and that's usually how that finishes. A point for Albert. Finds the open spot in the middle.
Yeah, it's another timeout. So St. Clair in this specific rotation, when Quintanilla's up at the net with Janelle, they've got to switch something. You have to side out at the highest efficiency possible, because if you're going in transition now, all they're going to do is set high balls to Janelle, and she's going to hit over Quintanilla. Yep. There's not much she can do, right? So this will be interesting to see what Jimmy comes up with to try and take just that left side away.
So final timeout of this set for the St. Clair Saints. So let's see if they can bounce back. They're down by 6.
Very entertaining so far. Very entertaining.
Very entertaining, and all the points are I think almost all the points featured some very nice plays from both teams.
Limited
they're
errors.
Closely contested, yep.
Yeah, you're seeing really good volleyball in the sense that they're scoring. It's not just errors out the back, errors, service errors, stuff like that. You're seeing high quality volleyball here.
So Heshka on a bit of a run here. She'll get to serve again for Fanshawe. And the serve by Heshka is received by Mayu. Now Quintanilla, she'll set up Horst, and Kiana Lee is there for that one. They're gonna set up Albert now, and 3 players there to block her, but it goes out of bounds. And a point for Albert.
Yeah, Kiana just couldn't quite close in time, couldn't turn her chin in, direct that inside, and Janelle took advantage.
Now Heshka serving again. Received by Mayu. Now Quintanilla is gonna set Mayu back up. Heshka gets to that. Here's Rafferty setting up Deliri, and Horst gets to it. Quintanilla set up Oliviero, and a good dig by Raycraft. Saints scrambling a bit. That's gonna end up being a free ball. Fanshawe setting up Rafferty. She's looking for Albert, and no doubt about that one.
Right, so this is again in transition. She's the outlet, and with Quintanilla up now, they're gonna make a double switch. This is what I was talking about. You can't get caught in this rotation with Quintanilla at the front, and Janelle's at the front as well.
So a couple substitutions here for the Saints. Quintanilla and Horst getting subbed off. And Tiana Stevenson now in the game. So is Riley Davis.
Fanshawe still applying a lot of service pressure. There hasn't been a ton of St. Clair middle sets.
So Davis, she's gonna set up Stevenson, and a nice block at the net by Janelle Albert.
Yikes.
And it's quite the run here from the line by Terea Heshka. A lot of good serves, no mistakes so far. We're gonna set up.
So there's a middle that they got 3 up on.
Now Rafferty's gonna set up Albert. She gets that to go off the blocks. And right now, Albert's just on fire.
Yeah, I mean,
doing what she does best.
Even with Stevenson up there, right? She just blew up the hands instead of going over top. You're watching the Player of the Year in Ontario and probably the Player of the Year in Canada.
And Heshka serving again. Mayu gets to that one.
She's trying to set. Ooh.
And they're gonna call.
All right.
Up and over.
Wow.
So that puts an end to the set off of that error. And that set finished off with a very nice performance by Terea Heshka, serving from behind the line, applying a lot of service pressure on the Saints, not really letting them establish their attack.
So Saints are going to really have to find a way to get in system here, settle in on serve receive. But for Fanshawe, they're making it so tough on them, insanely tough. And Janelle, I mean, we said container, right? Yep. I think they did that for the first rotation through the front court for her. This second one, they weren't able to. You can't get caught with Quintanilla. You might even need to do that double switch even earlier in the set to give yourself a chance to get to the 20s mark, to get to that race to from 17-17, something like that, to 25, right?
And we saw it a bit towards the end of that set, Coach. Jimmy L. Turk subbing in 2 new players, maybe trying to switch it up, figure some things out here. They're really trying to switch things up to contain Janelle.
Right, yeah. Especially when she's in the front court matched up, and I'm going to beat it into the ground. When she's in the front court matched up with Quintanilla, that's the only spot the ball's going, right? Set her high. It doesn't even need to be in tempo, doesn't need to be in system. Just set her high, she'll go right over top. And it's really tough to dig when someone's going over top of the block. It's insanely difficult to read.
So Saints trailing 1-0, losing that set 25-14. It was a very close set to start things off. And then they took their final timeout, weren't really able to bounce back after that. Fanshawe just went on that run.
It's incredibly deflating when you work as hard as they do on defense, and then Janelle's just there as an outlet, and she'll score that random ball. It is very deflating, so they got to get their energy back, right? They came out with a bunch of energy. You can't get discouraged. It's just 1 point when she scores, right? I mean, she had 8 of the 25, I think, anyway. Yeah, you can't just hang your head when she's on fire like that. You just got to live with it and move on. Next ball. Oh, you can hear the fans really getting into Sweet Caroline here.
Of course, it's Sweet Caroline. You gotta admit, it's always a classic at sporting events. It always gets the crowd going, so it's a fun song to have playing here at the Volleyball Championship. Both teams break their huddle, and we're just about ready to resume action. So the St. Clair Saints starting with the same players they had to start the game.
Yeah, so they're going back to my U, right? And that's a big spot for a rookie. Provincial semi.
Yep.
Right? Gold medal berth on the line. It's not like she struggled in the first set. See if she can bring some energy. Bring that other intangible.
So just a slight delay. Referee having a quick discussion with Fanshawe about the rotations. Making sure the rotations for Saints are good too. And we're ready to go. It's going to be Terea Heshko once again at the line to serve for Fanshawe. Very consistent so far today with her serve.
Very interesting. You don't usually see an out of rotation right after the down ref checks the rotation.
Yeah, that was off the first point.
So oh, hi, Liza.
Coach Jimmy Alturg having a bit of a conversation with the ref afterwards. But it is what it is. St. Clair's going to have to move on. Fanshawe up 1-0 in the second set.
Left out.
And there's a serve by Heshka, out of bounds.
Well, we got a wash. No harm, no foul. We move on.
Back to being tied, and now here's Jellison serving for the St. Clair Saints.
My goodness.
Raycroft gets to that one. Rafferty's going to set up Albert, and Mayu gets to that one. A good job by the rookie to keep the play alive.
That other intangible. You got to go.
And they're going to go to Albert again. It's blocked by Horst this time. Here's Albert for a third time. And Saints is doing a good job of containing that right now. Quintanilla is going to send it over. Free ball for Fanshawe. Rafferty to Deliri, the tip. And again, some good defense by the Saints. They're going for Albert.
Oh, we got a rally alert.
And Mayu's got it. The rally keeps going.
Shot.
And it's going to be Horst there to get the point for the Saints. And are you noticing a bit of an adjustment here by the Saints to contain Albert?
Absolutely. I still think they're leaving their middle a little too far inside, especially with Rafferty in the front now. You can definitely cheat out a little bit. Stay in that 30 lane as the ball sails out of bounds. Those are those big serves that you don't want to miss after that big rally, high momentum change, lots of energy.
And then it just drops after that.
Yeah, you don't want to miss those serves. But right back in. Let's see if they get that energy back.
And in close matchups like this, when it's two very good teams, those are the kind of mistakes that can make a difference at the end of the game. Here's Quintanilla. She'll set up the Vlucht, and Deliri gets to that. Rafferty's going to set up Albert now.
Yeah, it was tough.
It's
used
ruled that it
Horst,
tipped off the
outside
ball.
hand. Really good swing from Albert.
So Albert getting a point, and now her team is up by 1. Deliri serving. Milling gets to that one. Quintanilla, she'll set up Horst. She gets blocked. It goes out of bounds. So looking like the first set, back and forth. Both teams getting into
That's what you want to see for St. Clair is Horst scoring on out-of-system balls. She did a really good job. She scored two times in that rotation.
Raycroft getting to that one. Rafferty's going to set up Albert, and
big.
good job by the libero Milling to get to it. Now Rafferty, she'll set up Kiana Lee this time.
Yep.
It's blocked by Ellis.
That had to have been an adjustment for Jimmy, right? They were staying down on the C ball. You've got to live with what you're good at, and you are good at the net. So they get the block out of that C ball. Really good job.
So served by Horst, received by Raycroft. Now Rafferty is going to set up Heshka. A scramble a bit hit by the Saints, but they get it over. Now they're going to set up Janelle Albert. And
once again, I mean, she's going to go at Quintanilla every time, right? In that one rotation, I'd really like to see when Rafferty is in the front, now she's in the back serving. When she's in the front, I'd like to see Quintanilla, like I said yesterday, that maybe Canadore should have done. You got to hide her on the left side and have DeVluck go up against Janelle.
There's a tip by DeVluck. Albert gets to it. Now they're going to set up Kiana Lee, and too much power behind it. It goes out of bounds. And that's going to be DeVluck serving for the Saints. Her team up by 1. Her serve clips off the top of the net, and she'll get the friendly roll. It's just out of the reach of Raycroft. The service ace for Chantal DeVluck. Served by DeVluck, received by Heshka. Rafferty, she's going to go to Kim Hardy this time, and a good block by Ellis. Now Quintanilla, she'll set up Ellis, and they ruled that it hit off the net. So point for Fanshawe.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the players' faces here. Kiana Lee's going, hey, yeah, I might have touched that.
Yeah. So Fanshawe getting away with the one there. And now Quintanilla is going to go for the rookie Ellis. A nice tip.
Another kill for Ellis.
So Lee's defending out of 2 there.
Back to serve.
And she comes all the way across in tip and roll coverage and almost got that ball. Showing a lot of athleticism.
Raycroft gets to that one. Good first touch off the serve. They're going to set up Kiana Lee, and a big block at the net by the rookie Mayu.
Right, so there's Mayu now.
And both rookies with some big plays. Ellis getting the block, Mayu right after.
Adding that extra intangible. Now they're starting to make Fanshawe really work to score in system.
Well, here's the serve by Ellis.
Oh,
Raycroft forced to dive for that one. They're going to set up Albert in the middle. Horst gets to it. Quintanilla is going to set up Mayu. She gets blocked by Hardy.
Oh,
good hustle by Mayu. And now Ellis.
Come on, if that got through.
Yep. Sends it a little too high. It hits the ceiling. Saints still up by 2. A nice little run there for St. Clair.
Seeing a little more energy now from St. Clair.
After a couple big defensive plays, their energy went up a bit. And then that's sent out of bounds by Kim Hardy.
Hardy going for a little too much there. That's all right, though. Just settle in.
That ball getting away from Quintanilla before the serve. She's got it now, and she's ready to resume the action. Serve by Quintanilla is received by Albert. Now Rafferty's going to set up Deliri. Quick attack there by Fanshawe. Good defense by the Saints. They're going to set up Horst now. And Raycroft's going to set up Albert. She tips it. And complete confusion there by the St. Clair Saints.
Right,
That's what they call a campfire. They all looked at each other, and it dropped right in the middle.
And so that's Janelle, right? Knowing that hands are back, putting it on the hands. And then it just caused some confusion between the left side there and the libero. That's out.
Another service error there by Fanshawe. Kiana Lee sending it wide.
These are little things as you keep watching Janelle Albert. She just knows exactly what's happening every possession, every ball. Possession again, as I say for basketball.
So here's the serve by Mayu. Albert gets to it. They're going to set up Heshka, and another nice block at the net by the Saints. I believe that was Jellison getting that one.
Yep. That's a timeout.
And the first timeout of the game by Fanshawe. It's going to happen in the second set. St. Clair playing really well right now. They made the right adjustments, I believe, after that first set.
Yeah, absolutely. So they've started to go up on the C ball. Started to try and take that away from Canada. And at the same time, they didn't get caught in that rotation with Quintanilla in the front for more than 1 or 2 balls. Janelle did get a nice swing right over top of her, right? But St. Clair's made a lot of great adjustments. Let's see what Jeff can come up with now in the Fanshawe huddle.
And definitely a lot of energy on the Saints side. They're playing great defense right now. Really finding a way to get those blocks at the net, and that was their strong point yesterday as well. Their net front presence is
they're
good.
starting to use that strength, right? They are big at the net. They are athletic at the net. So anytime they can get points off that, they get like solo blocks, double blocks to the ground, past the coverage. That's going to make it really tough on Fanshawe. Really tough.
Well, so far this matchup, not disappointing at all. It's what we were hoping for. Very tightly contested on every single point.
Incredible and entertaining volleyball.
And Mayu will serve for the Saints. Her serve is received by Albert, but tipped a little too high, and DeVlucht is there to tip it down at the net.
So this is a rotation that St. Clair's really going to want to take advantage of. They have all 3 of their big net presences at the net in this rotation, and Janelle is in the back row.
So here's the serve by Mayu.
Yeah, you can't have that,
short.
Right? So now they get to rotate out of it, and now Albert's in the front. You would have liked to see a couple little more runs there from St. Clair, but that's okay.
And this is the rotation where Fanshawe did a lot of damage on. In the first set, they went on a big run off of Heshka's serve with Albert at the front. Now DeVlucht, she gets...
No touch. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they call 4 touches.
I would agree with that one.
Yep. It looked
See
like
how fast that ball is, though, right? Like, she had a solo block. She just brought it down to the setter's hands, and unfortunately just ended up going into the tape. It makes it really tough for those Fanshawe medals to close.
And continue a backward set for Horst. She tries the cross-court hit, but it ends up out of bounds.
2 errors in a row. Let's see if they can find their composure a little bit.
Fanshawe getting exactly what they wanted out of that timeout. 2 quick points. And now another serve for Heshka. Mayu gets to it, and a couple awkward bounces. That leads to a free ball. They're going to set up Deliri, and she gets it through the blocks. So Fanshawe coming out of that timeout with 3 straight points.
All right, Deliri getting that through the big block from Kiana.
This is
those
the
find the floor, those energize your team.
This is the rotation Fanshawe loves. Another good serve there by Heshka. Quintanilla's going to set up DeVlucht. And
unreal.
Good play with the foot there by Mayu. They keep it alive. Now Raycraft sets up Rafferty. She's going to go for Deliri.
Wow.
And a dig. Milling trying to get to it. Didn't send it high enough there for her teammates to get to it.
Milling got a piece of that. DeVlucht didn't quite turn in time, but can't fault her for that. That's a tough, really tough play.
You got to applaud the effort. That's all you can do there. So another serve here for Heshka, and we're back to being tied. It's 12-12. Quintanilla's going to set up DeVlucht. Raycraft there for that one. Now Rafferty's going to set up Kiana Lee.
They got her on a double. And Rafferty saying, my bad. So Fanshawe bails St. Clair out there. They brought it back, tied it up.
And
couldn't quite crack the armor and take the lead.
So now Jellison will be serving for St. Clair. They're up by 1.
It's got to go in.
A mistake there on the serve.
Yep.
So it ties this game back up.
Now St. Clair's starting to tighten up a little bit, right? You're seeing a little momentum shift towards Fanshawe. Let's see if St. Clair can get it back.
Deliri with a good serve. Mayu gets to it. Quintanilla setting up Horst.
Got it.
And she gets that to hit off Albert and go out of bounds for a St. Clair point.
You can see how physically imposing that Albert block is, and Horst did a really good job of actually going at it and scoring right off the block.
Now here she is serving for the Saints. Raycraft with a good first touch off the set. Rafferty trying a dump, but Ellis there to read that one.
Good
now they're going to set up Albert. And a good hustle there by the Saints.
Right, Quintanilla that time, Albert brought it down. She did get a touch on that, just not quite enough. You got to get out of this rotation now when Quintanilla's in the front and Albert's in the front with her.
So Rafferty now serving. Mayu gets to it. Quintanilla, she'll set up Ellis.
Great set. Wow.
And she paints the back line with that one. The rookie having a game.
That is a phenomenal run to your middle on a slide in the 60 spot, drifting into 4. That's really well done by Quintanilla.
Now DeVlucht serving. And another error there by St. Clair, and they're going to have to start limiting that.
Yeah, and DeVlucht's going to get a sub here. She was early on, she was swinging well, she was in a groove. So now just a small break, a little breather, get back into it.
And now Oliverio getting subbed in for DeVlucht. Quintanilla's going to set up the rookie Ellis. Has let off a couple blocks. Good defense by Fanshawe. Rafferty setting up Heshka. Mayu gets to it, and now Oliverio is going to
you don't want to swing on that, right?
Yep, free
that was
ball
a good
now.
high ball set. Oh,
now
got it.
Hardy gets blocked by
on.
Ellis. Hardy again.
Yeah.
And they're going to give the point to the Saints.
Yeah, she kind of caught it and pushed it into the block. Yep. I've actually kind of always wanted to try that, but the ref didn't quite allow that.
Yeah.
But Raycroft got that dig. That possession should have been over. That block was straight down, and she got right under it.
There's a serve by Ellis. Albert forced to dive for it. Now Rafferty is going to set up Heshka.
Oh, my gosh.
And what a play there by Oliverio to keep it alive. Scramble at the net here by Fanshawe. They're just going to give it to Albert, and those are the kind of points you're happy to get.
Yeah. So what Jimmy's going to get Quintanilla to ask the ref here is if that's 4. Because she did tip it down, so it wasn't off a block. She passed it up and went off the next one, and then Janelle was calling over, and got set a pipe ball.
So a little back and forth here. Quintanilla running from the coach to the ref to relay the messages.
Human error is part of the game, right? Refs are susceptible to it as well.
And they're just going to have to move on from it. We're tied at 16.
And that's like a bang, bang play. That's really tough to see. So
here's the serve by Shakinski. Milling is going to send it towards Mayu, and again, a free ball for Fanshawe. Let's see what they can do with it. Rafferty's going to set up Deliri, and she gets all of that one. Cat painting the right corner with that ball.
So we talked about these Fanshawe middles being very efficient. Deliri's scoring at a very high pace right now. You can't let her get going in system with all these free balls.
Another serve there by Shakinski. Quintanilla is going to set up Mayu. She tips it at the net. And good defense by Fanshawe. Rafferty.
Yeah. Again.
Another mistake. They're going to call a double touch on her, and that's twice now in this set.
Yeah, a couple uncharacteristic doubles for Rafferty. I think she'll settle in here.
A very close second set. We're tied at 17, and now it's the race to 25. Quintanilla with the serve, and yeah, a very tough serve to read there.
Did you see how much that ball drifted?
It looked like it was going out of bounds at first, and it just died towards that back line, and Raycraft had to react a little late there and ended up hitting off of her and going out of bounds. A good serve by Quintanilla. Well, Raycraft gets to that one.
That's 2 on Raycroft there.
And they're just going to tip it over. Free ball, Quintanilla. She's looking for Horsts. And she sends it out of bounds. 18-18.
That's a really tough error from Horst. She had the line wide open. Just kind of kept her thumb down. Over-rotated just a tiny little bit. Just out.
There's a serve by Kiana Lee. Libero
Nice
Milling
pass.
there for it. Quintanilla is going to set up Horst. And what
Janelle.
a dig by Janelle Albert. Heshka hitting that one. Milling gets to it. There's a tip by Jellison, and that'll fall for a St. Clair point.
Wow. So there's one of the first times you saw that St. Clair really got going to their middles in transition. Let's see if they can keep that up. I think that's a big, big piece that they need to find here.
So now Bailey Mayu serving. Raycroft gets to it. Rafferty, she's looking for Heshka. Milling gets to it. Quintanilla now for DeVlucht. She tips it, and it drops. So DeVlucht getting subbed back in, and she gets the point.
So that's one way to get yourself back in a rhythm. Use the off-speed stuff. Find your way around the block. Timeout, Fanshawe.
Yep. St. Clair yet to use one of their timeouts. Fanshawe, they used their final timeout. St. Clair just doing a good job of keeping Fanshawe in check. Not too many point streaks like the first set.
Yeah, I haven't seen Janelle really got, other than when she's on Quintanilla, a really clean look at a ball yet. So it'll be interesting to see. She's almost around in the front court rotation. I would say St. Clair needs like one or two more balls here before Fanshawe gets Janelle in the front court to give themselves a good chance here of winning this set and putting it away. They have their best rotation in the front right now. Quintanilla's rotation 1, she's serving right now.
And Fanshawe did really well.
Mayu serving, but they have their big left side up there with DeVlucht, Horst, and their middle, Kiana.
Fanshawe did really well coming out of their first timeout. Went on a bit of a point streak. Let's see what they can do after this one. They're down by 2 in the late moments of the second set.
So Milling is another one, the libero for St. Clair. She's really stepped up her game. She's really picked up her play, shirt up server seat, and she's getting those extra balls up that you really need on defense in these type of games.
So Mayu now serving. Good dig there by Raycroft, and Kiana Lee's just gonna send it towards Albert. And now a free ball for the Saints. That's blocked by Heshka. And Raycroft's gonna set Heshka up for a tip. Quintanilla gets to it. Now Milling, she'll set up Horst. It's blocked at the net. Quintanilla, this time for DeVlucht, she tips it, and Heshka's there for it.
That's a ball you want to see DeVlucht really swing on. That's in.
And
right? That's a ball, right? In transition, you'd really like to see DeVlucht, but she's got to find her confidence back, right? She's got to know she's one of the elite swingers in the West in OCAA volleyball. She'll find her confidence. She's got to keep carving her way back in.
It's a nice hit there by Kiana Lee, catching the back line, a good serve, and that's going to end up being a free ball for Fanshawe. Heshka to Rafferty. They're going to set up Deliri, a tip, and a block by DeVlucht.
That's better.
DeVlucht
See?
hitting that
There
off the
it
blocks,
is.
and you were
That's
mentioning
much
it.
better.
Instead of giving away a free ball, just hit it hard. That's what
Right.
DeVlucht did right there, and she got a big point for the Saints.
Out of system, chew on it, high hands. Really good swing from DeVlucht.
So now subbed in is Jamie Randall for the Saints, and she will serve. Serve is received by Raycroft. Now Rafferty, she's looking for Albert.
Oh my gosh.
And what a
Horst
block
got her.
by Horst. And Horst is having quite the game. The two big players right now for St. Clair, it says DeVlucht and Horst like they were yesterday. You got to give credit to the rookies too.
And that's a big steal on defense for St. Clair.
And when you get a stop on a big player like Janelle Albert like that, that has to give you energy. And they're going for Albert again, and she won't miss twice.
So I would have liked to see on that high ball, you knew it was going out to Albert. I would have really like to see DeVlucht also join in there to take away that cut shot into 5. She hit that with a lot of pace.
So now it's going to be Deliri serving. Milling gets to it, and Quintanilla is going to set up DeVlucht, and oh, that's just picture perfect.
Quintanilla had me sold. She was going middle there. The middle was perfectly on time and just a little over top. And you got a one-on-one with DeVlucht. She'll score more oftentimes than she won't there.
So now a 3-point lead for the Saints. Horse serving. Raycroft gets to it. A good first touch off the serve. They're going to set up Albert.
Wow.
And a good play by Mayu to get to that one.
Oh.
Now a free ball.
Now you get another one to Albert on Quintanilla here.
And this time Albert gets it to go. She catches that back line. A well-aimed shot. And a big point to keep Fanshawe in it.
Yeah, you got to side out now. You got to take care of the serve receive.
So here's Rafferty serving for Fanshawe. The serve is received by Mayu. Now backward set towards Ellis. A tip. Albert gets to it. Rafferty's going to set Albert back up now. It hits off the blocks. Milling gets to it. The Vluck just going to send it over. Now here's Fanshawe setting up. Albert again. She's going to tip it this time. And good defense by St. Clair. This time Kiana Lee and Milling there to get to it. A good rally between these two teams right now. Now Mayu hits it.
That's hit the roof.
And that's going to hit the ceiling. A big point.
You can see the excitement from the bench from St. Clair on that. That is a massive, massive point.
Instead of being only up by 1 after that rally, now they're up by 3, and they have set point, a big point on a very nice rally.
So here's the thing. So here's what Jimmy's doing here, okay? He's subbing in Stevenson for the block. Right, they know it's going to be outlet to Janelle here. It's 24-21. Unless they're going to get a perfect pass and run a middle, and now they're just going to set high balls out of this. Okay, the libero is going to take over for second touches.
Here's the Vluck with a good serve. Rafferty setting up Albert.
Oh, what a play!
A very nice play. Almost like a change up there. She got it over top the blocks.
Yep, a nice beat shot, a nice roll right over the shot, right over the top.
And now just a 2-point difference. Albert serving. Serve received by Milling. Now Quintanilla is going to set up Ellis. Good defense by Fanshawe.
Wow, an error.
A rare error there by Janelle Albert. Tip just missing
and we got a 1-1 ball game.
And this matchup is exactly what we were hoping for. We're tied at 1 set apiece. A great outing in this second set by St. Clair. And what a difference that makes when you can tie it up 1-1 instead of being down 2-0. Yeah. We saw it a lot yesterday. When teams went down 2-0, they didn't really have that same energy in the third set. And now it should be a very tightly contested third set. Should be exciting.
Oh, absolutely. This is a lot of fun to watch.
So the first set was mostly towards Fanshawe's way. They won that one 25-14. And Coach Jimmy L. Turk showed why he got Coach of the Year in the West, made some very nice adjustments. What did the Saints do differently to win this second set?
Well, they applied a little more service pressure. They got Fanshawe out of system a little bit more. They didn't get caught with Quintanilla in those rotations with Janelle, right? They sided out really well. And then just, they got, how many blocks did they get? Right? They started being really physical at the net, and they started taking Kiana Lee's C-ball away as well. So they were staying down, trusting the defense on that. It was making them out of system. You might as well use your strength and go for the point for the block on the C-ball. What an entertaining game of volleyball, though. Oh my
Such an entertaining game. And one thing we pointed out earlier is there's been a couple service errors, but not a lot of errors.
Yeah.
It's all just good rallies or good attacks by each team, and most points are just coming off plays that got set up.
Right, and that makes for a very exciting brand of volleyball is when both teams are firing on all cylinders. I think you're seeing the Vluck a little bit, got a little behind, lost a little bit of confidence, and then found it again. That was really key for St. Clair in that second set. And moving forward, I think this third set's going to be a very, very good set.
For Fanshawe now, what would the mindset be? You win the first set in pretty convincing fashion, lose a close second set. Are there adjustments that need to be made, or is it just keep the same mindset going into the third?
You really got to adjust a little bit. You're going to have to sell out. Deliri's actually done a really good job scoring the ball out of the middle. You're going to have to find her a couple more times. You're going to have to find sorry about that. You're going to have to find Kiana Lee in transition a little bit more. She was a little quiet there for me in that second set.
I agree.
So,
Kiana Lee had a big impact on that first set, and she was a bit more quiet that second set.
right. So it'll be interesting to see how Fanshawe, if they start Janelle again in 4. I mean, why wouldn't you? But just to maybe switch and try and get that extra rotation with Quintini in the front. Right, and here you'll see it. Janelle now starting in rotation in position 2.
And now with this game tied at 1 apiece, a very big third set coming up. You want to put that pressure on the other team, go up 2-1.
Right, so what Jeff's done here is put Janelle in 2, so she avoids the big 3 block from St. Clair. Right, she only has to go against it in this rotation, and once the rotation flips around, she's going to have Quintini for about one or two rotations. So really good coaching from Jeff, really good adjustment.
And now here's Ricky Bailey-Mayu serving to start the third set. Here's Fanshawe setting up Albert, looking for Lee. And the point goes to Fanshawe. What a set there. Albert showing all the different tools she has.
Add an assist.
Yep. And just a beautiful assist.
Just
Kiana Lee
another thing she can do.
getting all of that. We mentioned it. Kiana Lee needs to have a bit more of an impact if they're going to win this third set, and she starts off with the first point. Well, here's Rafferty. She's going to set up Heshka.
Find, right?
And Mayu, an awkward touch on that one. No teammate to get to it.
Rafferty's ability there on that dug ball to find her spot, set her feet, and then fire a perfect left side ball. That was really good to watch.
Served by Albert. Mayu gets to it.
Swing hard.
Now Milling going for Devluck, and she hits it off the block, so it goes out of bounds.
Hardy's just got to press a tiny bit more, a little bit into the court, right? Good high swing from Devluck.
So here's Kiana Jellison. Her serve is received by Albert. They're calling it out. She judged otherwise, and Fanshawe still gets the point. Heshka hitting that off the blocks.
Heshka's another one, right? So they're making it really tough. They're containing Janelle a little bit better. It's got to be these other outlets now that start stepping up for Fanshawe and scoring the ball.
And service error there by Kim Hardy, sending that one in the net. So
right, Hardy's walking that fine line of, I don't want to put a lollipop in, but I do want to put service pressure, so she's going for a little bit more.
And now Horst with the serve. Raycroft gets to it.
Raycroft hasn't been as dialed in on serve. Oh, wow.
And there's Ellis with a big block. What a performance by the Rookie of the Year so far.
Ellis with the hang time on the block. As I was saying before, Raycroft hasn't been as locked in as she was on serve receive in her quarterfinal match against Mohawk.
There's a good touch though, and Deliri gets blocked at the net. This time they're going for Kiana Lee, and it's blocked by Ellis. It goes out of bounds.
Right, so now she's getting some confidence back. She's swinging on high balls. That's another assist for Janelle.
Janelle and Lee working together for another point there. And now Kiana Lee will serve for Fanshawe. The serve is received by Milling. Now Quintanilla setting up Ellis for a tip, and a well-placed tip there by
She touches
Ellis.
so high, right? Milling does that. When she really goes up for that slide, she has the ability to just get right under the ball, tip it right over the block. Like, that is precision accuracy with that tip.
So here's Devluck serving it now, and it's going to go out of bounds. One player we haven't talked about a lot when it comes to the Saints is Julianne Milling, their libero. Talking to Coach El Turk before the game, he mentioned she's going to need to play very well for his team if they're going to win it today. And so far, I believe she's been doing really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that hit Devluck. Ooh. Yep. That's one that you hate to see. It's one of those awkward ones when you're sitting back in the corner and just Devluck tried to get out of the way and couldn't quite get out of the way.
So a good serve there by Heshka, and she'll serve again.
as we were talking about Milling, though, she's really settled in, really shored up that serve receive from this last set. Just touches the roof.
Yep. That one hitting the ceiling after bouncing off Heshka. St. Clair gets the point, and now Keone Ellis with the serve. That gets a friendly roll off the net, a service ace for the rookie. And when things are going your way, they're going your way.
Yeah, Milling's playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of energy right now.
Another serve by Keone Ellis. Takes a weird bounce off Heshka, but Albert's there to get it. Now Horst towards Quintanilla. They're going to set up Mayu, and she hits it off the blocks.
That's a savvy move from a rookie. Mayu really understanding what's going to work right now. Outside hand on the setter. Good swing.
And it's crazy to think this is their first year in the OCAA. How good are these two players going to be moving forward in their careers?
Oh, what a dig.
As Rafferty sending it over. Now Quintanilla is going to set up Mayu. It's blocked on the tip. Going for Mayu again. And Heshka's there for that one. Now Rafferty, she's going to set up Albert. And oh my.
Stop it.
There was smoke behind that ball.
Stop it.
That was just a perfect
that'll
swing.
Get anyone going.
And there's the replay. Holy, no chance for Mayu there.
When you can tee off on a ball like that, that's going to get everybody going.
So now they're going to set up Mayu. It hits off the blocks. Lee's there to get it. Rafferty, she's going to set up Heshka. And good defense by the Saints. Now Mayu.
Oh, smart tip. Mayu again.
This rookie.
These aren't rookie shots
really well.
that she's coming up with here. This is very impressive from Mayu.
She just found the spot and just perfect accuracy. Getting that ball to go into that bottom right corner, just out of the reach of Heshka. Now Quintanilla will serve. Her team up by 1. Raycroft gets to that one. Now Rafferty, she's looking for Albert. And oh my. Putting on a show with those swings right now. A lot of speed.
I was starting to pick up the pace a little bit.
Now Rafferty will get to serve.
Now you got both teams in rotation 1 here. Setters in the back for both.
The 2 players going for that one. Now Horst
with a good swing.
showing that she has power as well. Hitting that one off Heshka, it goes out of bounds.
Our camera guy seems to be a magnet for the random shank of balls here.
Almost got hit by a ball a couple of times so far today. Now Bailey Mayu serving. And
that's tough.
Hitting the net with that one.
She's got to forget about that. She's played so well up until this point. Yep. Don't worry about that error. Move past it. Next ball.
Here's Janelle Albert serving. Hits Milling with that one. And now Quintanilla looking for Horst.
Oh my gosh, Horst.
Painting the sideline there. A great game by Horst so far today.
Dropping a bomb of her own. High quality volleyball, I'm telling you.
Both of these teams just so evenly matched. Should be an exciting rest of the game.
That's 2 in a row. St. Clair's bailing Fanshawe out a little bit. That was a little momentum change that they could have taken advantage of. Got to cut those errors out.
Yep.
As we'll get a sub for
And if
Hardy
you're going to
here.
beat the defending champions, you got to play some near perfect volleyball. Those errors have got to stop for St. Clair. Now substitution for Fanshawe, sending in Shikinski for the serve. Serve is received by Horst, getting close to the ceiling there. And Quintanilla sends it over. Here's Fanshawe with their attack, a block by DeVlucht on Lee. And that's going to be a free ball for the Saints. Quintanilla looking for Horst again. And Rafferty gets to that one. Now Albert, she's setting up Heshka, and she'll get the point right in front of the libero.
That's a really good swing in transition, right? That's just a random high ball, another assist from Janelle. All right, add it to the list. A really, really good swing from Heshka.
Shikinski serving again.
Man, that's a tough serve.
Milling gets to it, and now Quintanilla for DeVlucht. And good play by Shikinski to get to it. Now Albert down the middle.
Score.
And Puts a beautiful spin on that ball. It curves and hits the sideline.
Right, you said it perfectly right. Her hand on ball is incredibly impressive. Yeah, she's got the power, everything, but her hand on ball to really whip her wrist around, keep that thumb up, and spin it into one.
Well, that serve ending up in the net. And St. Clair will serve down by 1. It's going to be Horst.
Oh my gosh.
So here's a serve by Shalina
And we resume.
Horst. Albert stepping in to get to that one. They're going to set up Deliri. Good defense by the Saints. And Quintanilla for Devlucht. She tips it. Heshka there for it. They're going to set up Lee now. Hits off a block, and it's going to go out of bounds.
There's Lee again.
So Kiana Lee getting the point, and now she'll make her way towards the line to serve.
I'm pretty sure that's about 3 or 4 points now that she's got in this the opening rotations in this third set.
The serve by Kiana Lee, and it's out of bounds. Well, kind of evens out for the service errors. Both teams getting 2 apiece in this set. Now substitution, Devlucht coming out. It's going to be
Oliverio's going back in. She's a little bit better defender in the back row. This is a good sub from Jimmy. Let Devlucht rest a little bit.
Here's a serve by Oliverio. Albert gets to it. Now Rafferty, she's looking for Deliri, and she just squeezes that past the block for a Fanshawe point, and now Heshka will serve.
Deliri's a little underrated here. She's had a very good game so far. She shows in that slide how athletic she is.
And she is one of Fanshawe's strongest players. If I'm not mistaken, she did get named to the 2nd All-Star team in the West. Rafferty looking for Albert. She's going to tip it, and a good block there by Ellis. Now Lee just sending it over, catching St. Clair off guard a bit, and it's going to end up going out of bounds for a Fanshawe point.
I think you're going to see a timeout in the next 1 or 2 points here from Jimmy from St. Clair here.
That 3-point
Can't let
difference
them
now.
keep rolling with Janelle in the front.
Here's the serve by Heshka. And it's
They're
out of
bailing
bounds.
them out, right? Fanshawe's bailing them out with a couple missed serves of their own.
So now it's just
Gotta
a 2-point
keep the
difference.
pressure on especially when you got Janelle in the front with Quintanilla. You really have to keep that pressure on.
So here's Kiome Ellis. A good serve there. They're going to set up Deliri, and she's going to hit that off the blocks to get the point. And you mentioned it, Matea Deliri having a good game right now for Fanshawe.
Performing at a really high level, as I struggle to say performing.
So now she'll make her way towards the line, and Deliri will serve.
That's good volleyball.
Oliver gets to that one. And now Mayu hitting that one right down. Good.
The rookie's showing everything that she can do right now. Outside hand, strong tip down the line, hard cross.
That was a good serve by Quintanilla. Now Rafferty looking for Albert.
got
and
it.
wow, that gives your team momentum.
Brianna.
Jellison with the big block. And I must say, that has to be St. Clair's strong suit, getting blocks.
Right.
They're really good at it.
Especially when Janelle's now in the front row with Quintanilla in the back. Right, they got their 3 big blocks up.
Raycraft getting into that one. Rafferty, she's going to look for Kiana
Good
Lee.
C-ball. Ooh,
And she's
Lee with
sending
the
that
missile.
one in the net. A rare miss there for Kiana Lee.
I really like that decision, though, by Rafferty to outlet to the C-ball there. It wasn't a perfect ball. It wasn't in system. Just outlet to C-ball there. It got the left side cheating over. She just mishit it.
So St. Clair come back and tie this game up.
That's
and
it.
oh, just a beautiful
Great
serve by Quintanilla. That's her 2nd ace of this game.
Now you can see the momentum shift a little bit here. 4 straight points for St. Clair now. Right after that missed serve, too. You can't have those mistakes in the final little bit of the set.
Down by 3. Coach decided not to call the timeout, and St. Clair able to figure it out themselves. And now Kiana Lee sending that one out of bounds. Momentum really on St. Clair's side. It's noticeable.
Yeah, I think you'll see it here. Yeah.
5 points in a row, and yep, there it is. 5 straight points for the Saints. What a bounce back. They're now up 18-16, and that leads to the first Fanshawe timeout of the set.
Well, this has been more of a set of runs. Fanshawe's gone on their own with high energy, high momentum, and then St. Clair's come storming right back, showing a lot of composure. Not getting too flustered here. And really taking it to Fanshawe right now. There's a good 5-point stretch there by St. Clair.
And right now, it's all about who's going to have that extra gear in the closing moments of the set, who's going to have that higher level of energy to close things down.
Right.
Let's see if Fanshawe can bounce back after this timeout. They're just down by 2 in the late moments of this third set.
I wouldn't mind seeing on a perfect pass here. A little slide to Hardy, something away. And if you see the middle cheat over to Hardy, then that's when you shoot it out to Albert.
Ready to resume action. Quintanilla still at the line for the Saints.
Got to take care of the first touch here.
And we're ready to resume action in this very close third set.
It's going to be a high ball again. Good pipe run.
They're looking for Heshka, and a beautiful tip there, just out of the reach of Oliverio.
Quintanilla got caught a little bit there in the back. It was a very nice tip. That ball's still got to get up somehow.
And now just a 1-point difference. Here's Rafferty serving. Oliverio gets to it now. Quintanilla, she's looking for Mayu.
Oh my gosh, again.
And it looked like that was going out of bounds. Raycraft touching it.
Listen, Mayu's been an absolute difference maker in this set. She's outperforming any expectation that was on her. This is really impressive to watch this rookie right now.
Now here she is at the line serving. A couple big serves here. Nice serve there by Mayu. Here's Fanshawe setting up their attack. They're looking for Kiana Lee, and she's gonna hit that off the blocks for the point.
So you see what happened there? They had 3 attackers. Janelle was her last rotation. The middle cheated over a little bit to the right side. Rafferty saw that, sent it out to Kiana Lee. Middle was late, hit it off her. Good point.
So Albert, with an error on that serve, it clips the top of the net, stays on Fanshawe's side.
At 2018 in the second set.
And now substitution for the Saints. Jellison coming out. She's getting subbed off for Jamie Randall.
When you're expending so much energy like Albert is, defending every ball, swinging as hard as you can, making sure you're in the right spot.
Looking for Kiana Lee.
Ooh, nice swing again.
She does it again, gets it off the blocks.
I think that's about 6 or 7 points for Lee in this set. She's really stepped up. As I was saying about Janelle, though, once you get back to the service line after you've, oh my gosh, you've gotten through your entire front row rotation where you've got about 10 sets. She gets back there, a little lapse in concentration.
There's a serve by Kim Hardy. And
that's a big miss.
Yeah, kind of a lucky point there for the Saints.
Yep.
The serve reception wasn't the best. It went right back to Fanshawe's side, and unfortunately for Deliri, a rare mistake today from her.
Yep, very rare. She's been playing incredibly well. She's got to get that out of her head.
Now Heshka sends that towards
Lee
Rafferty,
again.
looking for
That's
Kiana
off
Lee.
the antenna. Yeah.
And they're going to give the point as it hit the antenna. So a big point for St. Clair. They're now up by 3.
Right, you would have seen there. So Rafferty pushed her a little far to the pin as Fanshawe will take it their last time out here. St. Clair, a lot of energy, up 3.
What an amazing game so far.
This is incredible. It's insanely high quality volleyball. That's why I said before, I think the women's game is much more entertaining than the men's. You're seeing the amount of skill that everyone has on the court is outrageous.
And I think it's safe to say the Saints really made the right adjustments after that first set. I mean, when you lose a set by 9, it's not the greatest feeling. They came right back, weren't demoralized by that,
Absolutely.
won the second set. And now they have a good chance of winning this third one. So far, is it exactly what you were hoping for this matchup?
Yeah, just about, right? Just about. I'm going to say I want 5 sets as well.
Yep.
You come into any provincials, you hope everyone's 5 sets.
Yeah, for sure. And very possible with this game.
See as much of this high-quality volleyball as you can.
Shalena Horst now with the serve. Albert gets to it. Rafferty looking for Deliri.
Oh my gosh.
And showcasing some power.
Any other gym, right? That's up. Well,
Yep.
not any other gym, but high ceiling. Great dig from Milling. Just clipped the roof.
So now 2-point difference. Here's Kiana Lee at the line for Fanshawe.
And that's really smart. So they ran 30 to Deliri there. She made that critical mistake earlier. She made up for it there.
Quintanilla
Got her.
setting up the
Rafferty
block.
got her.
Yep. And a nice block there by Fanshawe. So coming out strong after the timeout, back-to-back points. Now Kiana Lee will serve again.
That's a good timeout from Jane.
Yep, smart timeout there for St. Clair. Seeing Fanshawe getting a bit of momentum, and he's trying to calm that down.
Yeah, really high energy, right? 2 straight points. You got to slow it down a little bit here for St. Clair. They got the matchup they wanted. DeVluck just brought the ball down just a tiny little bit. She swings a little higher off the hand there. Maybe she blows it up and it goes out the back. She brought it down just a little too much. And Rafferty is able to take advantage. This is all you can ask for, buddy. Third set, 22-21. 1 set apiece. Provincial semi.
Nail biter.
Gold medal match on the line.
Both teams showing they deserve to be
Absolutely.
here. I honestly think the 4 teams we have in the semifinals today are the 4 best teams in the OCAA right now when it comes to women's volleyball. Very exciting matchup, and what a great way to start the day.
So Fanshawe right now, I'd say with their best backcourt defense. But right now with Rafferty in the front, as well as Heshka, a little small Deliri in the middle. Let's see if St. Clair, oh, that's perfect. Takes the middle right out of it. Good serve.
Danielle looking for hers, blocked by Deliri. Now
Look how
Deliri
athletic
there to
she is,
tip it
right?
over. So we're tied at 2. Big points there by Deliri.
Deliri's really, so technically Deliri is an undersized middle. She's showing you why she's able to do this with her incredible bounce ability and her athleticism.
Kiana Lee serving again. Milling gets to it.
Oh, and eats up Milling again.
Yeah,
You gotta swing.
Quintanilla setting up Horst. Albert in perfect position to get to that one. Now Heshka hits
Got
that
it.
off the blocks. And Fanshawe continues on this run.
And I'd
Another
be
big
tempted to
point.
take another one here, as Jimmy I think is going to take his last one. Right, 4 straight points from Fanshawe.
They're gonna take the final timeout.
And what's making this even more impressive is they're doing this with Janelle in the back, right? They're finding ways to score with their front court players right now.
Yeah,
Deliri's really stepped up after she made that error.
Deliri with some big points there in a crucial moment. In the closing moments of this third set. And thanks to her nice plays, her team's up by 1 now. A very exciting third set. Back and forth between these 2 teams. And Fanshawe taking the lead with a nice little run there at the end.
Yeah, let's see if St. Clair can slide out here. Respond with it. Let's see what rotation they're in. Quintanilla.
Big point coming up here.
In
If
the
you're St.
front.
Clair, you want to get this point.
I'd say if they can get a good pass here off Kiana's good serves, I think they're going to go a slide away here, make the middle make a decision.
Here's a serve by Lee.
They didn't do it.
Now
Double
Quintanilla
that
looking
ball.
for
Got her.
for
DeVluck.
DeVluck. Yeah. And she gets it off the blocks. It goes out of bounds. Put enough power on it.
Yep, that's the high, hard swing that we're used to from DeVluck.
This set is now tied at 23, and DeVluck will serve for St. Clair. Albert gets to it. Now Rafferty, she's looking for Heshka.
Got
It's blocked and it goes out of bounds. It's a big point for Fanshawe.
That's high IQ again from Heshka, right? And that's got to be Jeff in her ear saying, you know you have the setter in the front. Just use the outside hand, put it on the hand, and she got the point.
And a very exciting point coming up. Heshka serving. The horse to Quintanilla. They're looking for Ellis, and she just misses the sideline. It goes out of bounds.
What a steal from Fanshawe. Showed a lot of composure, down 22-19, and absolutely just stole that third set away from St. Clair.
Yep, and even after those 2 St. Clair timeouts, they kept their composure, and that's what I was talking about. It's that team that's gonna have that extra gear to close out the sets. Fanshawe had it right there, bouncing back, being down by 3, and winning a very close set, 25-23. And now the pressure's on St. Clair because this next set for them is do or die.
Right.
Back to the Education Center gym. Former Panther great and CCAA All-Canadian Liza Renan.
Now, during this little intermission before the fourth set, one thing I kind of want to talk about is how great the rookies for St. Clair have been doing. How promising is this team going to be in the next few years?
Yeah, they got a lot of talent, right? And they're very, you mentioned at the very beginning, they're very deep, right? We didn't see Mayu in the quarterfinal, but we saw her step up here in the semifinal. She really gave them that lead. So she really gave them that extra boost, that extra intangible, and gave St. Clair that lead in that third set. Just Fanshawe showing a ton of composure, why they were a champion, why they won last year. And that, again, all that rotation was Janelle in the back, Kiana putting a lot of pressure with her serve, and St. Clair not being able to score out of system.
And we were talking about that in the second set. Kiana Lee was a bit more quiet, and she bounced back like...
Bounced back big. I'm pretty sure she had 7 points, I think 6 kills, and then that service pressure. I mean, no one passed over a 2 on her serves. And that led to that run. When there's that much pressure, when it's that tough to serve receive, it's really tough to run balls in system, right? Everything's high, everything's outside, you get doubles on everything.
And a lot of credit to Matea Deliri. Wasn't shaken up at all after that small error she had.
Right.
And came out, made big plays after that.
Right. She had a lot of bounce back ability. Man, she can elevate.
Yeah, for her height, she not the tallest player,
right?
But she can.
And so she reminds me
get
of
really high with those jumps.
Of another former Fanshawe great. His name was John Hillis. He's about 5'11" or 6 feet, about a 45-inch vertical. I'll give him, right? And people would always be surprised how's he doing this, right? He's undersized. This doesn't make any sense. When you're that athletic, like Deliri and him are, it's outrageous. They can do anything they want.
Yep. So, as a former player, situations like this, a lot on the line. This for a spot in the gold medal game. What's the mindset for St. Clair to not really let that pressure get to them?
Well, okay, so here's the thing in sports in general. So you find yourself in this provincial semi, you absolutely should have won that set. You're down 2-1. Would you take this scenario as a hypothetical walking into provincials in general, right? You swept through the quarterfinal. You blitzed Algonquin, and now you find yourself down 2-1 in a very competitive provincial semi. I think you take that, right?
Yep.
Like, absolutely, I'll take a 2-1 set down lead and go from there.
Yep.
Right? So that's all the coach is saying. Just don't hang your heads, right? Fanshawe played out of their minds. Defending the ball, they weren't able to score at all. Now we get to move forward. Okay, keep that confidence up. Keep swinging high and hard.
And
battling.
And I feel like the first matchups were really different for both teams. As you mentioned, St. Clair kind of just breezed by when they were facing Algonquin Thunder.
Algonquin. I wasn't expecting
3 straight
that.
sets. And yeah, but for Fanshawe, they were a little more battle tested in that first game. Got them ready for this tournament against Mohawk.
Yeah, Mohawk really tested them really early. And yeah, I would say that maybe got them a little more laser focused. But St. Clair's coming in with a lot of energy into this semifinal. They're playing very well.
Quintanilla looking for Horst. She hits that off the blocks. Good defense by Fanshawe. Now they're looking for Kiana Lee, and she gets that through the blocks. Lee getting the first point of this set.
Another one for Lee. But here's the thing, right? He's saying don't drift, right? Devluck got caught a little bit drifting there. That's why you sometimes stay down on those C balls, because you don't want it just touching the fingers just a little bit, making it that much harder on the defense.
Now milling towards Quintanilla. They're looking for Devluck. A lot of power behind that one, but Albert in perfect position. Now Heshka sends it out of bounds.
You said it perfectly there. She's in perfect position. Her IQ and ability to read where the hitter's swinging is unbelievable.
And when you can read plays like that, you're always a step ahead of the game, and that's such an advantage.
Yeah. Chris Wilkins again walking in front, former Coach of the Year, 2003.
Yep, and his team set to take on the undefeated Durham Knights, Durham Lords. Should be a very good matchup. That starts at 8 p.m.
Well, it might not if this goes 5. That's what I want. Oh, what a serve.
A very good serve there. It just gets away from Raycroft. Jellison getting the ace.
Right, you didn't see this in the quarterfinal from Mohawk. Raycroft was dialed in. You've seen her got aced a couple times here. Let's see if she can bounce. All right, that ball's out.
And yeah, Jellison.
Right? Yeah, so my key was to actually stay away from Raycroft, but I think they've identified, I mean, if Janelle's servicing in the back row, she's that good all around that you don't really want to give her that ball to put it on her, right? You want to get her going and get her confidence up, doing everything.
Convenience running up the block, and there's Deliri showing her hops, getting a nice block there. There's a serve by Heshka. Milling gets to that. Quintanilla looking for Horst, and Kiana Lee gets to it. And just awkwardly hitting off of Mayu. She didn't know whether she was going to go for it or not.
Right, a little indecisive.
Yep.
And I think as a coach, you'd like to see just play the ball, right? 6 back, it's going to be tight, just play it. We'll run some offense out of it.
So now Heshka serving. Milling gets to it. Quintanilla looking for Devluck.
Unreal.
And she gets that through the blocks.
How Milling got that with her hands, no clue.
That was a very good first touch off the serve. And
rocket from Lee.
Saints were in great position to set up that attack. Now Horst serving. Heshka gets to it. And now they're looking for Janelle Albert. And too much power behind that one. Hits off a couple bodies. No one there to get to it.
I still think Kaomi Ellis is setting up a little too close to the setter. I think you just cheat out in the 30 spot. You know it's going to go there, and you try and contain Janelle as much as you can.
Here's a tip by Devluck. Kiana Lee read that one. Now they're looking for Albert again. And oh, just perfect accuracy by Janelle Albert.
So again, this is Janelle's IQ coming in. So what Durham's doing is they're rolling coverage to the line because they know Quintanilla is in the front right now. What shot's open then? That deep corner shot that she just hit.
Quintanilla looking for Devluck. Albert in good position to get to that one, and she gets it right back. It hits off the block and off the antenna for a point.
So you saw actually there, Quintanilla actually stay down on the block, and they just let Ellis try and drift over and put her hands high. But so that was really smart. She used that block. 7-4 here.
The Horse gets to that serve. Quintanilla looking for Ellis.
I didn't touch.
And yeah, they say hit the net. That's 4 touches. Point for Fanshawe.
He's gonna call a timeout.
And the nice run there by Fanshawe to start off this the 4th set. And that puts a lot of pressure on the Saints. They have to win this set. And now they find themselves down by 4. So let's see what they'll be able to do coming out of this timeout.
And so the one thing I'm going to say about Jeff Hamlin, he's done a really good job of finding ways to get Albert in the same rotation as Quintanilla, right? makes it so difficult on that St. Clair defense when she's hitting over top of the block, right? When she's not just carving around 2 big blocks. It's very, very difficult to defend behind that.
So Fanshawe back on the court. They're ready to resume.
We got a really good turnout of fans here. The gym's pretty packed.
Yep.
After Canadore losing their quarterfinal match to the Humber Hawks. A lot of good fans of volleyball in North Bay right now.
Yeah, still
I like this.
a good group of fans coming out here to see some good competitive volleyball. And so far, they can't really be disappointed with the way these two teams have been playing.
Good swing. Deliri.
They're looking for Albert. That's off the blocks. Mayu there to get to it. Now Quintanilla trying a dump. And look at that, Albert.
Come on.
Hitting that, getting 2 blocks there. That's just insane.
So Ellis brought it down just a little bit to try and finish the point.
There's the replay.
And Albert just kept her hands high. Got the deflection onto the other side of the net.
And a big point for Fanshawe. Awkward hit off that serve.
Starting to see a big momentum swing. Yeah, you've got to change something up right now.
So a good serve by Deliri. And now the Saints making some substitutions. A new setter coming in. Quintanilla getting subbed off. Taking out Horst as well. And that's going to be Tiana Stevenson and Riley Davis for the Saints. Deliri serving it. Mayu gets to it. Now Devlucht.
Everything's out of system.
To
That's a
Mayu.
double from the rookie.
Double
So you're
touch.
starting to see the rookie a little bit now, showing a little bit of weakness. And Jimmy's off the bench here saying everyone needs relax. You got to get in system.
And Deliri's just doing a good job with their serves to put them out of system. Now here's the set. And they're going to call.
I don't know if her right foot went under. I didn't think she brushed the net. I thought it was the ball as it left her hand, but another timeout here from Jimmy. You got to give him a chance.
So here's, yep. And Fanshawe starting the set, perfect fashion, a big run now. And it's going to be a tough hill to climb now for the Saints against a very good Fanshawe team. They're down by 8. And they already called both of their timeouts.
The big thing is you can't get caught in these rotations like this, like St. Clair has. You can't win a set early, but you can definitely lose a set early. You put yourself down 8 points now. This is going to be backs against the wall. You got to show the grittiest performance you've ever had in your life right this second to get yourselves back in this set.
And Deliri just doing a very good job with her serves right now. She's one of the big factors for this scoring run for Fanshawe.
She had a couple digs in those rallies as well, showing like what an impressive athlete she is, an impressive volleyball player all around.
And there she is making her way back to the line to serve once again for Fanshawe. Her team up by 8. Milling gets to it. Now Davis looking for Stevenson, and that's going to hit off Albert. No one to react to that one afterwards.
Hardy a little late to react. Albert really, really wanted that dig, but just didn't quite give the middle enough time to get over there.
Oliver Rio coming in for Devlucht. Oliver Rio will serve.
Really nice swing from Stevenson. Let's see if she can get going on the right side and get some high hands here on Albert. Make it difficult for her.
So here's Fanshawe setting up. Kiana Lee hitting that one. Oliver Rio there to get to it. Looking for Stevenson. Good defense by Fanshawe, and then good blocks there on Janelle Albert. They're looking for Albert again. That's gonna be a Fanshawe point after a foul.
Yeah, so a net touch call ends that incredible rally with Janelle getting walked straight down. I think Raycroft got that right under it. She does such a good job with that. And then Milling even dug Janelle for the second time when she really went for that cross-court shot.
Looking for Mayu there. It's blocked by Lee. Now Albert tipping it. And Stevenson hitting it, but a bit of a mistake there by Heshka.
You can see the skill level of Kiyomi Ellis. Like, that's high awareness to be able to go up and recycle that ball, and then on your forearms have enough skill to give a high ball out to Stevenson.
So St. Clair just taking it 1 point at a time. And
they say that you can't
you
have these
absolutely have to avoid that.
Yeah, every point matters here for St. Clair. Still an 8-point lead. You got Albert in the back now.
So Albert serving now. Her team still up by 8. That takes a weird bounce off Oliver Rio, and that's probably going to be a free ball for Fanshawe. Rafferty, she's going to look for Kiana Lee, and only one block there.
Yep.
She gets it through it.
That's whenever you're in system, right? You're going to live with solo blocks on the pins. Fanshawe really hasn't run anything through the middle, but as long as Kim Hardy's on time, they still kind of have to respect that middle.
Oliver Rio getting into that one. They're looking for a
Kiana
quick
Lee's really
attack.
showing off.
And yeah, Lee just getting the block on the tip there. And she's been performing at a high level in every single set. She's been a big difference
every
for Fanshawe.
set, that second set,
except
they went away from her a little bit. Jeff must have told them, you got to set her more.
Yep, and it's been making a difference.
Stevenson elevating.
Looking for Albert down the middle. And Saint's doing a good job of defending.
Oh, and the rookie of Kiana.
Yeah, the rookie Mayu getting that one past Kiana Lee. A good play there.
Horst and Quintanilla checking back into the game for the Saints.
And now taking out Davis for Quintanilla. Quintanilla will serve. Horst getting sub back in as well. And let's see if the Saints can do something out of this rotation. Raycroft gets to that one. Now Rafferty, she's looking for Kiana Lee. And she hits that one into the net.
First error a little bit for Lee.
Yep.
Right, that's all right, you got to forget about it. If you're Fanshawe, you really don't want to allow any 2-point runs, any 3-point runs. You really want to side out really well.
Here's another serve by Quintanilla. Heshka gets to
Another
it.
high ball
Rafferty
for Janelle.
looking for Albert.
Gosh.
And she blasts that off Milling. It goes out of bounds. And now Albert really putting a stamp on this game right now.
That was outrageous.
Here's Hardy with the serve. Mayu gets to it. Quintanilla, she's looking for
Lots
Horst.
of tempo.
Albert gets to it. Rafferty now for Heshka. Mayu gets to it. Quintanilla for Horst. And she sends it out of bounds. So now a 10-point lead for Fanshawe. And they really have St. Clair on their heels right now.
Yeah.
Fanshawe just building off this run they had to start off the set.
Another dig for Albert.
And there's a tip. And it's going to be a point as Mayu is able to get a piece of that one.
Yeah, Fanshawe's made it really difficult for the St. Clair Pins to score.
And the defending champs looking really good right now.
Little miss still up 10.
Unless St. Clair can go on an incredible run, we might have Fanshawe back in the gold medal game this year.
Right, and when you have an outlet like Janelle, obviously in the back row, and when she can score and put balls away that have rallies that have gone 3, 4, 5, 6 balls over the net, those are big momentum shifts.
Here's Rafferty looking for Deliri, and she just paints that right corner. Fanshawe just showcasing the depth. Albert, Kiana Lee, Deliri, all three of them having fantastic games.
So now the setter's in the front. Right here, what I would do is have Quintanilla stay on the left, and then you just set a right side ball.
Milling for Quintanilla. They're looking for Horst. A big block by Deliri.
Quintanilla's still in the back.
And then a lift called on Mayu.
Fanshawe 4 points away from a gold medal match.
Yep. So Kiana Lee at the line to serve.
Lee, the last 2 sets has been the unsung hero here.
Yep.
Albert's
and
done his part, done her part, sorry.
the one set where she was quiet was the second set, the one where the Saints won, but ever since the third set, Kiana Lee has been a big impact for Fanshawe.
She's been very dominant.
Here's Jellison now at the line to serve. Her team down by 11. And that's going to end up in the net. And St. Clair just looking a little demoralized.
Yeah, I think they couldn't find it, right? Fanshawe came out, brought the momentum from that third set steal.
Yep.
Right into the fourth, and St. Clair couldn't match that intensity.
Here's the Vlucht. She gets blocked by Deliri, then Deliri tips it over. The Vlucht again, another block by Deliri. Playing some incredible defense right now, and now Horst flipping the sideline with that cross-court shot. And Horst will serve again. Raycraft getting into that. Rafferty setting up Deliri, and a lot of power.
Fanshawe's point, 2 points away now.
Yep, 2 points away. Defending champions are looking really good. It looks like they will defend their title tomorrow. Deliri serving, Milling gets to it. Now Quintanilla, she's looking for Ellis. A tip, Deliri gets to it. Now they're looking for Janelle Albert, and
Milling
just powers that down. Good dig by Milling.
Really good. There's Deliri again, another dig.
Mayu, she's looking for the Vlucht, and she can't get that to go over the net. Or she did. Good defense, and then just a nice tip by Janelle Albert.
Yeah, 1 point away now.
Once again, showing off her skill. And Fanshaw's 1 point away from a spot in the OCAA Women's Volleyball Championship Finals. Quintanilla looking for the rookie Ellis. Deliri gets to it.
Come on.
And now Albert
Yep.
gets the final point. Who else? The star player puts a stamp on this game. And Fanshawe will go to the gold medal game, winning that last set. 25-11. They just started off with a lot of energy, went on a big run, and St. Clair weren't able to match that intensity. Very close game. What a show these two teams put on.
Yeah.
And
that was about as entertaining as volleyball gets right there.
And at least tournament isn't going to be over for St. Clair. They're a really good team, and they'll have a chance to battle it out for that bronze medal tomorrow.
Absolutely. They're a very deserving team to be in this semi. A couple bounces in that third set. Fanshawe didn't catch fire quite like they did. Who knows, we might be going 5 right now. But St. Clair, you can't look at that. You got to look towards the next match, right? Get some rest, stay hydrated. Do some game planning for both teams. Exactly. Okay, so this is exactly what I was thinking. Deliri saved them. So
a very well-deserved.
She brought an insane amount of energy, and was incredibly efficient and was everywhere.
And if things go as planned, she'll be coming over to her booth to have a quick interview with you. Deliri.
It was as soon as that. Remember that one error she had. She completely settled in after that. I don't think she missed after that. She had one heck of a game to help her team get to that gold medal.
And she played a big part in that third set where Fanshawe was down by 3, 22-19, and Deliri just put on a show, showed up in the clutch, made some big plays. Fanshawe ended up stealing that set, and then they came out firing.
Yeah, I think she scored 2 or 3 of those balls while she was in the front court and Janelle was in the back in that run to steal that third set. But overall, she was active everywhere. She really showed out, showed all of her athleticism. It was a really impressive performance to watch.
So next game that we're gonna have is the Humber Hawks taking on the Durham Lords. That starts at 8 p.m. It should be as exciting of a matchup as this one was. Great effort by the Saints today. Unfortunately, just came up short. And that fourth set, showing appreciation for the crowd there. And that puts an end to